Hey,
Yo,
John.
what's up, man? Do you want to do the intro?
Yeah, I could do the intro this time.
All right,
All
perfect.
right. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Devin of Devistator 66 here, joined with your host, Jaloman. And today on the GooberCast, episode 6, we have so many great topics to talk about
Oh,
today.
hey, Devin,
Huh?
I don't mean to interject, but remember the time I was in '70s era noir style New York City?
It's cold, a usual feeling in the city. Anyone who's lived here long enough is familiar with the unforgiving chill that comes with the gray skies and the rain. Although I do enjoy the usual rain, depending on the time of day. Walking down Broadway, rain hitting the back of my neck near midnight while the streets are full of taxis and yellow streetlights that barely illuminate the area below. Something about it speaks to me on a deeper level that I know most people just wouldn't understand. Taxi! 22nd Street.
John?
Oh, hey, Devin. Can you take me to the Goober Palace? Podcast 6 is today.
Oh, well, this was my last ride anyway. I'll just take us both there.
Ah, okay. I didn't know you got a second job as a taxi driver.
Well, the Goober Bucks don't pay the bills, so.
Uh, hmm.
Hey, John.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I was just there.
Oh, right. Anyway, back whatever. What were you saying?
So anyways, I was saying we've got a lot of great topics today for the podcast, and I think one of the biggest things to start off with, just get it straight out of the gate, is talking about the GooberCast itself, because I have an ego the size of, like, Mars, and I think we're going to talk about our odd schedule, but what we really mean by that. So,
Um, basically,
obviously,
do you want me to be completely
no, you
honest,
can,
Devin, or?
you can be honest if you want.
Yeah, so I'm bad at deadlines, and I've been going through a big move. So, me being not the greatest at uploading things on time, as well as moving from one place to another over the course of the past few weeks, it's kind of been throwing me off, you know what I mean? So, motivationally, and also kind of like creativity wise. And yeah, I mean, you know what? I might as there's no reason to lie. It's kind of it's on me. My apologies, everybody. But
Yeah, but credit where credit is due. You do, like, all of the editing for the Goober, like, all of it, like the Goober
that's not true.
videos.
Not all of it.
Oh, you did, like, the majority, like,
You did half of episode 2 of Papers, Please, part 2.
yeah.
Part 2.
and the and what else?
uh, did you do anything else?
No. so,
Oh, sorry.
so I'm just saying credit where credit is due and all. But we're it's something I learned in my marketing class is that a product is still allowed to be considered new so long as it is not past the period of 6 months. And so far we are only about 2 months into the Goober Boys. And I have really high hopes and aspirations for this, as does John, I'm sure. Because we have been we have plans.
We have a plans, Arthur.
But in all seriousness, the future is bright. We have a lot of great stuff like in talks right now. Maybe some more guest stuff down the line for the GooberCast, but we also have a lot of gaming content coming, which
Yes, man.
we're getting like just started and all. Like, imagine an iceberg. Like, we are going to ham straight through the Titanic when that comes our way, and we are gonna stay on top, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Yeah.
So stick with us, and we can promise you greatness.
You want if I tease some of the gaming videos?
Sure, man. Show me your butt.
So okay, well there. That's for that's for after the podcast. But so right now there is a video in the works currently that I need to edit. It'll probably come out after this podcast, so that this will make sense. It is. Can I just say what it is?
Yeah, man. Say it.
Yeah. We are we are going to do a video on Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the old Dragon Ball game, and I used to play it a lot in my childhood, before I even knew what the hell Dragon Ball was. But yeah, that's in the works. It should be uploaded. I don't want to give a deadline because I'm not that great with deadlines,
Yeah.
but I would hope that I finish it within a week of this podcast going up. So within a week of Friday, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think.
also, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Also, podcast schedules. We should be on YouTube at least. We upload every Friday, or we aim to. I know this week is going to be a double podcast upload because we uploaded the guest podcast, Joe, on Monday, and me and Devin decided, fuck it, might as well just throw in another one this week, because why not? I mean,
Call it our gift to you.
yeah, our gift to all 15 of our subscribers and all like 4 of you guys that actually watch the podcast fully.
Yeah, like John, one of my favorite things about YouTube is like the ability
Yes, like
and the subscribe and
I can't even make fun of you because I said like 40 times the past like 30 seconds.
The joke is I'm subliminally telling people to like and subscribe.
Hey, if you guys like our stuff, you should if you feel
and,
like it, if you want more,
if you feel like
it, like it, and if you subscribe to subscribe to our channel, you'll get like notified and stuff, if you like it.
And sharing is caring, and
Yeah.
our
you should
share
I mean, like, we all shared things as a kid, you know what I mean? It's a very good thing to learn when you're young. So like the video and share the video and subscribe to our channel. It's not even subliminal anymore. I'm just saying.
There's a version of begging, and then there's this. No, it's all jokes. That John and I like
do often
play videos.
We subscribe to these types of jokes, like subscribe.
Okay. I think they get the idea.
Oh, that's so
I'm not gonna be able to say the word "like" for the rest of this without it activating like a Winter Soldier episode in my brain.
For the first like 10 minutes of the podcast, I want to put a like counter just to see how many times.
I like that idea.
I like that idea too. A like, sub, and share counter.
I remember as a little kid, my mother, as I fell down on my bicycle, she said, "Devin, make sure that you add to playlist."
Oh yeah, I didn't even say it. So Fridays are gonna be YouTube podcast uploads, but sometime over the weekend, after the initial YouTube upload, we upload the podcast to streaming, like audio streaming sites like Spotify, iTunes. Wait,
Yeah, we're on a lot of sites. I think it's Apple Music, but I don't know. It's so confusing. Apple Podcasts is their official thing. So if you're on iPhone, you got Apple Podcasts. If you're on Google, you got Google Podcasts. If you're on Amazon, you got Amazon Music. Why is it on Amazon Music? I don't know, but Jeff Bezos, man. But yeah, no, we're on like just about everything
Like,
that can be found, and
yeah,
yeah. But
like,
I'm sure you already know that because you listen to
yeah,
us. So.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that like, I'm not even trying to do it now. Now I'm super conscious about it.
I know.
Um, I'm pretty sure that like, God damn it, half, half, half of the people that actually listen to the podcast all the way through are our close friends. So they
Ah.
probably already know all of this. But if you are one of the very few that actually listens to it and you don't know who we are, number one, thank you. Like,
Yeah, in all
and
seriousness.
yeah, genuinely, thank you. Um, we are on Spotify as well. We're on a bunch of different streaming websites, which is pretty cool. Or apps, I guess. I mean, both. It's interchangeable because they all have websites and they are also all apps. This is an
Yeah.
unnecessary explanation.
Well, I
Like,
think we can.
subscribe. Alright, I'm done. I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
Uh, so yeah. Anyways, as John was saying, to get us back on topic, so Fridays will be like the in general day, and then like the weekends will kind of be like uploaded onto the other sites. Not for like
Yeah.
any particular reason. It's just like there's a lot of weird stuff when it comes to uploading podcasts, and that's something that I didn't even know about until I started uploading them.
Mm.
But anyways, either way, within short periods of time, we want to like get this stuff out to you and all. But we also have a bunch of other stuff, which primarily will be on YouTube, as far as I'm aware of. I don't really
Yeah.
understand all the logistics of if we put it on like Spotify because they have like video things you can do on there, but I don't know. That's nothing
I
I want to set down in stone. I think for now, YouTube is where we'll be putting most of our major stuff.
yeah, me personally, I would also just prefer YouTube just because it's
Yeah,
easier.
I don't want to like spread everything out. Like
Hmm.
for the sake of the podcast, that's purely just for like the ease of everyone's preference. Like we're not asking you
Hmm.
to go on all 10 sites and like listen to it. It's like really just like you have options for whatever's easiest for you, and I think
Right.
that's what we really want. But yeah, gaming stuff, you can expect a lot more of that on the channel.
Hmm.
Uh, John already mentioned Dragon Ball is a game he's going to be putting up there soon.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun idea was both John and I have lived long, long lives, and we've played many different video games, but a lot of the times we've played video games that the other hasn't. So we had this fun idea of like occasionally we'll do like little special type things where, like, for example, me, I don't know anything at all about Dragon Ball, but John, he knows about it. So,
I'm a super
you know,
fan.
yeah. So John
Yes.
educated me a bit on the game, and maybe down the line we'll do a reversal where maybe I educate John about a game and all.
More of a
Kind of
Z
seeing
fan,
like,
actually.
huh?
Nah, nothing. Go ahead.
I don't even know what you said, but
Don't worry about it.
okay.
It was a stupid Dragon Ball joke.
But anyways, getting us into the next topic and all. Enough about ourselves. So let's talk about these GooberCast guys. So we had Joe on the last podcast episode, and we kind of want to reflect on how that went.
Oh yeah, I mean, hold on, I just got up. I gotta let out the kitty.
No.
My. I'll edit that one out, or maybe I won't. I don't
People love cats.
know.
I love cats.
Oh wait. She's saying something right now. She's speaking to me.
No.
Well, subscribe and like. That's it. That's.
There better
Oh
have been
my
a cat
goodness.
animated on
I
the screen with them.
love. Don't give me more work,
I will
Devin.
riot.
the the it's really funny because originally I was saying to you, I don't want to ask, like, I don't want to seem like we're begging for it, and then you're like, it's fine. Like, I was like, oh, subtly ask, like, if you like the stuff, like and subscribe. If you want to see more, we're not asking you to just do it if you want, and then
Mhm.
and then now I'm just please like, please, like, it's just like what a total fucking 180. So anyway.
Listen, we don't ask any money out of you, and
Okay.
we don't ask actually anything out of you. We purely just put this out here in the void, the ether, and hope that
Hmm.
you enjoy it.
Yeah,
Because
actually, you know
even
what?
if no one enjoys it, I enjoy it.
Me too. I'm actually really glad that we put our podcast up on Spotify
Mhm.
because usually the Monday after we upload,
Yeah.
I re-listen to the most recent podcast that day at work, just so I can
Yeah.
like refresh my memory for the next time we record, just in case, like, just so I don't rehash a conversation that we had or tell the same story. But I will say though, if you are listening on other sites that are not YouTube, maybe you might want to come and check out the YouTube video afterwards or something. You know what I mean? Give us help us out. You know what I mean? Give us an extra view. Maybe that's all I'll ask. That's all I'll ask. Just so come watch. Usually there's a little funny thing up on the screen. I'll throw up.
Yeah, John
Not
actually
literally,
does
not
do a
like
little.
vomit.
John does do a lot of little hidden Easter egg stuff. Sometimes things that I don't even know about until I'm watching it. So that is pretty funny.
I think the longest bit was the Matrix throat chop. I think
Oh,
that was literally like 30 seconds of an interruption. And I was re-watching it after I had uploaded it, like probably about almost half a week later, and I was like, I probably should have just like added like just him doing it 3 times, not every single time he did it. So it was, whatever.
oh, if you live and you learn, you know.
Little something entertaining in between the extremely long and boring conversations that we have.
Ah, that's
We're
something
not
fun to
boring.
keep an eye
I
out
mean,
for.
honestly, I mean, personally, I think we are extremely interesting, and we are probably the greatest people in the world. And everything we say is just absolutely mind-numbingly attractive to the brain. You know what I mean? Just like I need to listen to what these random people on the internet are talking about. I mean, I'm not, I'm not letting my ego talk for me. I genuinely like believe that,
Okay,
dude.
guys, the John robot is malfunctioning. I gotta put a new battery in it.
Oh, dude, that.
Don't worry, John robot. I like and subscribe to your ideals. Now,
We- Hey, what's up, guys? It's
gotta.
Jaloman.
There we go.
Yeah, so, um, I guess to move on from that topic, um, so Joe, having him on the podcast, that was awesome, dude.
That
That was
was really
actually a
cool.
lot of fun.
He's my favorite guest so far.
Yeah, mine too. That's so crazy. He's my favorite guest so far too.
Right? I love him
Yeah, I love the guy too. He's great.
so much.
You did hesitate though
You
when
know,
he said "I
it's
love you."
anxiety and nervousness when you're around your crush. You know.
I thought it was like more of a like you didn't want to say it, but we pressured you into it by like kind of
No,
pushing it on you.
no.
It's okay. Love is a strong word, Devin.
Yeah.
So it's
You
totally
wanna,
fine.
not. It's just for the so the beginning of this isn't purely all just us. You want to hear a story?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Looking back on my childhood, I was, as the cool hip kids say, maidenless, as more or less. I got no bitches, as they said. But man, I was thinking back on some memories, and there were totally a couple of opportunities I flopped. And you want to know why? Because anytime someone would profess their feelings or like something to me, I would usually just rather than like being like, yes, I feel the same way, or being like, I like you, all that. I
Yeah.
would I would proceed to literally try my hardest to not show a single ounce of interest nor even liking that person as a friend. And looking back, I'm like, that was really counterintuitive now I think
probably
about it.
probably
Why
did
was
the
I
opposite
expecting
of
them
what
to
you
read
wanted.
my mind and know my subconscious thoughts?
I would do this thing where I would say I basically did the same thing, except I would because like I was like not I was about to say infatuated. I wouldn't say infatuated. I just had it was just childhood crush. I
Yeah.
would especially if they're in the same class, I would look at them often. I was just like, wonder what they're up to. Look over.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. But there were many times where I would make accidental eye contact and I would
Dude.
immediately look away and I'd be like
Hmm.
start writing like down like just start scribbling in my note to look like I was like busy, but I wasn't.
Dude, I did that
And
so many
dude, there
times.
was one class, and I think I was in middle school, where I made eye contact with this girl like 5 times in a row on accident. So I would like, I was looking over, she caught my eye. I was like, oh yeah, that's the girl. Like, looked over at me, look away, and then I'd look back to see if they looked away. They'd be looking away, but the moment I would like look over, they would look back, and I look back, down, and I'm like, wait like 10 seconds, look back to make sure they weren't still looking at me. They would look at me the exact moment I would look, and it was literally like one of those moments, like, no, hey teacher, can I go to the bathroom, please? Just so I could get away from that situation, because I had a meltdown. I was like having an internal meltdown. I was like,
Dude, I feel you.
leave now. Like that was like, no matter what you do, priority number one, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. It's just a weird thing, like, when you're younger. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want this to be too much of a thing, but, like, one quick little story was that, back in, like, I won't say the grade, but back in, like, middle school,
Mm-hmm.
there was this one girl that I was kind of crushing on. And to be honest, I was, like, a bit desperate, you know? So, like, I was, like, crushing over someone that would show me the smallest
Oh, dude,
ounce
that
of
was
kindness. Like, I don't
all
know
over that
why.
girl
That
shit.
was just me. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, looking back on it, I cringe. But anyways, there was this one girl, the
Good.
dance was coming up, and I was like, everyone was getting dates. Like, even one of my friends, like, managed to score a date, which that's a story for, like, another day, because, woof, that was... Anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I was, like, hyping up to my friends. I was like, "Oh, man, I really wanna ask this girl, maybe you should go with me," and all. I was like, "Yeah, that might be cool," and, like, they kept, like, just asking me, like, throughout the whole day, like, "You should just go ask her." And I was like, "Yeah, right." They're like, "Yeah, you should go ask her." I'm like, "I know, right?" They're like, "Yeah, you should go ask her." And I was like, "Okay." So,
Maybe I
like,
will.
throughout the for, like, several hours, because you know, like, elementary and middle school is, like, a 7-hour day, so,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know, I think it was, like, at recess or something, they went and, like, asked her themselves or something,
Oh.
and it was either that or that she, like, found out somehow, I forget, but she relayed a message to them and said, "Hey, could you tell him to not ask me?" And I was like, "Oh," like, when I heard that message back, I was like, "Damn, kinda sucks." But looking back on it, you know, sure, I was, like, destroyed, like, I was, like, heartbroken, I was like,
Hey, what's
"Oh,
up,
why
Melody?
isn't
This
the
is Jalo.
good girls like that?" You know, like, so I still went to the dance and all that, you know, I was, like, there. There was, like, this weird, like, ceremony where you, like, give your tie to a woman and all that or something, and
Yeah.
I did end up giving it to a woman as, like, a platonic, like, friend kinda thing, and it was
Yeah.
cool. I ended up seeing her, like, years down the line. She was like, "Oh, you wanted to say thank you, that was really nice." I was like, "Yeah, of course," you know, a purely friend thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's totally.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
I get that.
looking back on it, it's one of those things where, like, when you're a kid, you realize, like, everything feels like monumental stakes. Like, this is it. This is the moment, you know,
Yeah,
shit is
man.
going down. And then when I look back on it, it's like a speck on the history of, like,
Yeah,
that time.
dude.
And also, I don't hold any grudges for that person telling me not to
Yeah.
ask
No,
them,
that's
not to my face as well.
we were
But
we were all kids.
yeah, no, like, I didn't have that much of a connection for the person for it to really, like, matter that much.
Yeah.
And no, like I said, no grudges held. Like, I literally, it's all good. It's all good, man.
Yeah. I believe you.
Do you know that you have rights?
I didn't actually. Can you explain further?
So you
um,
have the right to like and
I remember. Okay, dude. um, it's funny that you say that because I have a similar story.
Mhm.
When I was in, I think it was elementary school, I had a really, really big crush on my sister's boyfriend's sister.
Ooh.
And obviously I'm not gonna fucking drop any names or say the
Yeah.
grade, but I remember it was Valentine's Day and I bought a bunch of chocolates and my sister was like, "Oh yeah, me and so and so are going to go hang out." I let him know that you like his sister. And I was like, "Oh, why would you
Mhm.
say that?" And she was like, "Oh no, don't worry. She's gonna meet you at the elementary school, or like she's gonna meet you at school, and you can give her the chocolates." And I was
Ooh.
like, "Oh man, wait, maybe she might like me if she's gonna meet me." You know what I mean? So
Oh boy.
I got all dressed up, dude. I got these fucking chocolates ready. It was in the heart shaped container.
Aw.
I was gonna be like, "I really like you," like just did the whole like little
Yeah.
confession.
You get down
And
on the knee, hold the box above your head kind of thing.
yeah, I I didn't get a ride, so I walked all the way to the school. And I think looking back, it was probably about a 10-minute walk, which it wasn't that far.
Yeah.
It was in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? Just had to walk a little bit.
Yeah.
But I got there and I waited, And I waited and I waited and I waited and she didn't show up, man. And
Oh
I was
no.
literally, it's funny you mentioned like looking back it was stupid, but at the time like I was just devastated.
That's so sad.
Pun, because Devastator. And I was like, oh, what is love? And I threw the chocolates out, and I fucking
Oh.
walked home, like head down, walked all the way back home. I got home, and I was like, did you lie? Cut that name out. Did you lie to me? Was she did she say she was gonna be there? And she was like, yeah, I wouldn't lie to you about that. I was like, and then I went and I slept until morning, and then I went, and then my life carried on. But I was like thinking back. Obviously, I was like, it's kind of it's like whatever. You know what I mean? We're all kids. Like
No,
we're
but I mean
just.
that sounds like unironically devastating. Because
It
like at least with
was
mine, like
at
I
the
was like
time.
politely told like
Yeah,
to not pursue, but like with that dude,
dude.
that's man.
But yeah, I remember seeing her after. She was cool. Like we were friends. We weren't friends. I was
Eh.
weird, but
No, I feel you.
um,
I had a similar kind of
classmate.
thing
You know
like
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah, I forget what the story of this one. Like this one's so far back, it's a little faded in my memory. But
Hmm.
there's one girl that I was like hardcore crushing on, and yeah, I would say she was pretty beautiful and all. Like she
Yeah,
was like one of the popular girls. So I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like aiming high with this one, but
At
I
the
really liked
time,
her at the time.
yeah.
But anyways, I remember like for whatever reason, I think I told a friend, and like he may have also. Which thinking back, I don't know why the hell I ever told my friends this shit because it seems like I got stabbed in the back each time. But
Some new
anyways,
friends, man.
I haven't talked to most of them in a while. But anyways, um, yeah, I think like he told a friend of a friend and something and all, and then like it led to this one guy and all, which he may have been dating her at the time, and I think I just
Hmm.
didn't know that or something. And like I think he was like he approached me like as I was leaving school. He was like, "Hey, I had heard from the girl and all, and she said she wanted me to beat you up." And I was like, "Oh." And he was like, "But I'm not gonna do that. You're cool, man. I just wanted to let you know about that." And I was like, "Oh, all right, thanks, man." And then it just didn't really pursue anything with that after.
Man.
And from that day, I never knew like was he like bluffing? Like that it's kind of a hardcore thing. Like a girl thinks that a guy likes her and she's gonna like have his ass be kicked. I was like, no way. Like it must have just been like a threat or something.
Well, to be
So
fair,
like
that's
years
like
years
school
down the line.
drama.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
we were in like elementary school, so I don't even
Yeah.
like I said, I don't hold a grudge. The guy that said that, like him and I were cool for like years, so like I had
Yeah.
no problem with him. He's cool, man. But anyways, I think years down the line, I like asked a friend of a friend. I was like, "Yeah, I remember that happened and all. Like, it was, bluffing, right? It was like not true." And he was like, "Oh yeah, no, it was true." I was like, "Really? Damn."
Damn. Me and
Like
you
I
have a
said though,
very
that was
similar.
cool.
Yeah, me and you have a very similar school, like early school experience. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
definitely like the weird nerd that
I
nobody
was the
really
weirdest
liked.
kid in the class,
Like I
on the
had
male side at least.
Yeah, I had a lot of like close friends, but everyone outside of the friend group, they were just like, this kid is fucking weird, man. He's a
I know what you
nerd.
mean. I was
But
friends with most of the people in my
mm,
classroom. Like I was acquaintances, 'cause, it was a Catholic school, so like everyone was like kumbaya,
yeah,
kumbaya. But like I don't know, I never really befriended too many of them, like to the level where it was like, "Hey, you coming over to my place this Saturday?" Like I
hmm
would talk to them. We were like best friends in school, and then like once I left, I'm just in my room, like.
shit,
But
that's how I was, man. That's how I still
yeah.
am at times,
I don't
honestly.
know if it was different for people. Like, obviously, I didn't join any sports teams and all, and I feel like
Hmm.
that was like the best way I could have made acquaintanceship back then. Because now, like, everyone's into video games, so you just like walk up to a girl and you're like, "I have over 3 million power in World of War Kingdoms,"
Yeah, whatever the hell that the
right?
game is called, yeah.
Yeah, and like instantly they hop in your arms. But back then, you're like, "Aha, I bought Black Ops 2," and then they like, they're like, "Ew, get
They
away."
scream in horror and they run away. They report you to the police.
Like tears rolling down the eyes, like
He plays Call of Duty. Oh man, I fucking love
uh,
Call of Duty though. Especially
dude,
the older games.
same.
Like Black Ops 2 was my favorite. Obviously
Yeah,
right under Black Ops 1. Um but Black Ops 2, I probably played that story like this the single player like fucking over and over and over in middle
Same.
school.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good. I love the zombies. People shit on Transit, but I really like Transit.
Dude,
I
I
thought it was great.
just the other week I redid the transit Easter egg both sides, like Maxis and Richtofen, because I got a mod on Plutonium that allows me to do them all solo. So I did all three map Easter eggs and did them both sides. So like I did each Easter egg twice more or
Yeah.
less. And man, it was so fun. I mean, after like the steps were ass, I hated it. But like once it was done, it was like, oh, this is euphoric. Like finally, I'm that one missing piece of like I never did these Easter eggs because I can never get a crew of 4. I did get a crew of 4 to do like transit and buried, but then when it came to die
Yeah.
rise, they all ditched me at the same time. They're like, no, we're not doing fucking die rise.
Damn,
No,
man.
I was like, man. So I ended up getting it all done though, and it felt so good. Like I just Black
Yeah.
Ops 2, man. Oh, the nostalgia eats at me. I love it so much.
You know what? I can't stand people that say like, "Oh, Die Rise is the worst map." Like, dude, I only remember like good things from Die Rise. I remember
Yeah.
going through the whole thing. I remember doing the elevator thing where you could go to the very bottom in the spawn room
Mm-hmm.
and you could see PhD Flopper in one of the
Mm-hmm.
hallways. And I always loved getting to the one like upside down portion of the building with the
Oh
AN
yeah.
94,
Yeah,
the Black Ops
dude.
version, and dude, oh my god, oh, I just smacked the shit out of my desk. Dude, I loved that map. I only have good experiences on that map, and like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's okay. I would prefer, and I love Buried. Okay, I do love Buried.
Ooh.
I would prefer to play Die Rise over Buried simply on the fact that I know when I play Die Rise, it will always be different. Like, there's so many different ways to start just from the spawn
I get
room.
that.
But Buried to me just gets boring after a while. But I don't know. I just.
Holding back fists in the air right now, punching the Buried is my like favorite map from Black Ops
Is
2.
it really?
I mean, I love Origins.
I'm
Origins is
sorry.
really good. It's just I played Origins to death, but I don't know. Out of all of them, I think that Buried is like no matter what a top 3 for me. So
Sorry, bro.
okay, hear me out though. It's just like
I'm not
Buried.
saying Buried is
No, no,
bad.
no, no. I know you're
It
not
was
saying it's
boring to
bad.
me.
Okay, yeah, no, I get it. So hear me out though. So I saw someone make this comparison. So Black Ops 1 and 2, that was Jimmy Zielinski. Like that was him doing those
Right.
COD zombies. Other than the Mob of the Dead and Origins, that was Blundell. But
Mm-hmm.
so in Moon, you have the hacker device thing. I'd like
Yeah.
to like edit stuff. So I saw someone. It may have been that guy Pat. I forget his YouTube channel name. It's the Smith Plays. I think that's him.
Okay.
I think he made this comparison of how like Arthur, which fucking his name's not Arthur, it's Leroy. Let's get
Yeah.
that straight. He is the embodiment and return of the hacker device from Moon, but on Buried.
You're right. He is
Right?
with the
Like he
candy
give him
and
candy and booze, and there's so many things he could do.
he'll
Like
break
he
shit
could
with the
change
booze.
power ups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he can
also
make the box never move.
yeah, dude, that was amazing. I always made the box stay in the very first like little
Dude,
open area right
everyone
next to the
did.
jug. Yeah, because it's just the best spot, man.
Right?
Yeah, I fucking hated the Pack-a-Punch on that map though, dude.
Yeah,
It was always a
replaying it was
gamble.
a pain.
It was like you go down there, either you get your Pack-a-Punch weapon and you successfully you leave, or you go down there and you get fucking killed immediately. And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it was just a death sentence.
Oh yeah, pretty much always.
You know what I miss actually from Black Ops 2?
What's that?
The bank system for score, like
Dude,
the points.
it was so good.
It was good, and it carried over through the maps and everything, and it was like it wasn't that bad. And the gun banks where you could
you could
you
like
could
store guns.
yeah, you could put your gun in like the fridge on farm, for
Yeah.
instance, and then you could just pick it up somewhere else. I don't know
Dude,
any of the other
you want to
banks.
know a little thing you may not have known?
Sure.
So on some maps, there were certain guns that like were only available on those specific maps. So I think it'd be like like you can only get the Python on like Die Rise, but you could
Right.
get the Executioner on like Transit and all. So there's like this weird thing with that where I think if you got like the Executioner on Transit and then went to the fridge on Die Rise, you would get the Python out, and then if you put it back in, went back to Transit, it would be the Executioner.
That's
And you could
so
do like little
cool.
shifts. And I think that with buried, you could store the unique like cowboy handgun you get on there, or
Yeah.
6-shooter, whatever.
Yeah, the Remington, I think it was called.
Yeah, the Remington New Model Army or something like that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
something.
you could store that, and then like when you go back to the other maps, it would like change depending on what map it is. So it was just like random little details like that that I loved, and
I,
perma perks.
oh yeah, perma perks are so cool.
Come
I
on, man,
think
you
the
can't tell me that you didn't PhD flop all
I
the
did.
stats
I
trying to
did
get it right.
over and over, dude. And as
Yep.
soon as you see that, like, the weird little, like, green, yellow, like, particles in front of you as you
Yeah.
finally fucking die for the last time, just like, let's go. And
Oh, it's
then,
so good.
man, I miss PhD Flopper, man. I wish that. Well, I guess it is.
It's
It's
back
it's in.
now, but
Yeah, but it's like, what is it called? That it's Slider now, right?
I forget. It might be PhD Slider. I mean,
Yeah,
my personal theory is that we're gonna get PhD Flopper back in the next Treyarch title, because
yeah.
more than likely it'll be on the Modern Warfare engine, and the Modern Warfare
It
engine, or at least
has
MW2 has
sliding and
flopping.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so I
awesome.
think we'll see that.
Man, I need to get so Modern Warfare 2 came out this year, obviously, or not this year,
Yeah,
last year
or
technically.
yeah,
But it's this year's COD, I guess, right? Because
yeah.
it's gonna be, or
Well,
like
at
you,
least until
well,
Sledgehammer's
yeah,
new one comes
yeah.
out.
It's the current COD. Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I remember playing it like a lot when it initially came out. I got a Warzone win the first day Warzone dropped, and
yeah.
then immediately after, I didn't pick it back up. Like I completely stopped playing it.
I
Um,
feel that.
when the ranked mode came out for multiplayer, I played it a little bit.
Yeah,
Got really mad, and then again I put it down. It was like, I'll come back to this game.
yeah.
I haven't come back to it. I'm still like I should.
I haven't played in a couple weeks.
I mean, I'm thinking about it, and it's a good game. Like I know that it's good, and like I know, like I do want to play it. It's
Yeah,
just like I don't know. It's just like one of those games where it's like you just don't want to play it. You know what I
I
mean?
feel
It's
like I
just like
can't play it for fun, Like I could play it,
it's
have a little bit of fun, but I feel like I just have to grind. Like
yeah,
it's like
man.
I'm not playing multiplayer maps. I'm getting 50 long shots on stupid ass guns that I don't want to use.
Yeah, and also like if you win more than like twice in a row, you're immediately put into like matches with where people have skins and fucking tracer. Did they add tracers yet?
Yeah, you can now play a
Yeah.
Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Good
Turtles, and he
lord,
has a
man.
he has a tracer gun.
Oh my god.
It's kind of
Do,
cool
do
though.
you
He fits
do
it
you
though.
see? I know we disagree on this, but I just don't understand their like. They are so obsessed with bringing in like anime, not anime characters, but like fucking these crazy ass outfits for operators or just brand new operators. Like
Yeah,
fucking, and it's just like I don't know. When I play Modern Warfare 2, I'm gonna play Modern Warfare with modern
yeah.
guns,
I
not
like
fucking
immersing
laser
myself.
guns. Yeah, because it's like I want to be immersed in the game, and then I see fucking Shredder running around. And it's just like or Messi. Like I just don't know. It's just like why, man?
Yeah,
Fucking
it was like that for me, but with the Call of Duty League skins, because
yeah.
everyone would run them, especially
Yep.
in Cold War. So
It
I'd
was
be
so
running around like
annoying.
fantasizing in my head, like Adler's on this mission, he's got to take down Perseus, and then
Yeah.
like I get killed by Call of Duty League esport green member or something like
Green
that.
member with fucking with the basket or the yeah. It just
Yeah,
I don't know. I am big on immersing myself in the games that I play, and
yeah.
I just cannot do that with modern Call of Duty
I
because
feel
it
like
is
they're not
just
doing it as bad with MW2 though. Like there's elements. I think the worst one is the anime skin where it's that big guy with the cat ears, and for some reason, I don't mean this as a joke, but his character model has a bulge for some reason. I
oh
don't know
my
why. You can see like an
god.
outline. I don't know if it was an edited image, but I've seen it like 20 times, and at this point I believe it's real, but anyways, other than that, it's been mostly grounded with the Shredder skin. Like his whole outfit is plausible as a modern
Mhm.
outfit, other than like his shoulder blades and helmet. But other than that, he wears like a tactical vest and like
Oh, he
He has like
does.
cargo pants and stuff. Yeah, like he's got magazine pouches. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's plausible. But
I like.
then you
Okay.
got like COD Vanguard, which added Raul Menendez,
And
Rourke from
oh
Ghost.
my god, that was so
I can't
fucking
even be mad with
crazy.
that though
No,
because
because I
Vanguard
love
fucking
Raul.
sucked ass.
Dude, Raul Menendez was my favorite Call of Duty villain, and he was my favorite
Same.
villain for a really long time. And when I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, they're adding Raul Menendez to Vanguard or like Warzone. Oh, they're gonna tie it in to Black Ops 2. They're gonna retcon it and make it fit in the universe. No, they just fucking they're like, yep, here's
Yeah.
Raul Menendez, and there's no reason. He's
It's
an
so weird
archetype or
too.
something. I don't know, fucking Black Ops 4 or something. I don't
Don't
know.
get me started on Black Ops 4, Lord. Blackout is not canon in my eyes. Like
we
I
can.
refuse to believe that Savannah Mason resurrected Frank Woods just because she wanted to have a relationship with him.
She resurrected her great grandfather's dead friend just to fuck him.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
it's just like what? Like, is that
girl
not
boss, I
weird?
guess.
Like, that's weird. That is
It's
weird.
weird.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
not
like
asking. That is weird. That is
I
fucking
do chalk
weird.
it up to the fact that Blackout was a rushed mode. Like there is a whole
Mm-hmm.
cut campaign to Black Ops 4, and
Was
the
there
cut
really?
campaign, yeah, dude, you want to know something? Black Ops 4 was supposed to be an actual sequel to Black Ops 3, not a prequel.
Oh,
So it's really bad though because they didn't change a bunch of things. Like so in Black Ops 3, set in 2060, I think you
yeah.
have the RK5, right? Well,
Mm.
tell me why in Black Ops 4, set in like 2040, you have the RK7. Like what? And then you have the KN-44 in Black Ops 3, but then in Black Ops 4 you have the KN-57. Like a lot of the guns, they just didn't think about it. Like another fucking example, because this pisses me off, the Argus from Black Ops 3, that shotgun.
Oh yeah.
So that wasn't invented until like 2050 something, I think. Like
Yeah.
there's a literal lore thing in Black Ops 3 that tells you about that, but it's
Mm.
in Black Ops 4, which is in 2040. So like
Ah.
the game is filled with retcons and non-canon things to the point where when it comes to Black Ops 4, I look at it as like, okay, the only thing canon about it is the zombies mode.
Yeah.
And multiplayer, you can maybe say it shows what characters would have looked like years ago, but
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of stuff that got retconned with it. Like, I shouldn't dwell on this too much, but needless to say, there's a lot.
Just very odd choices directions they went in, man. But
Yeah.
I guess just to move on from that, because
Yeah.
we kind of, I don't really. There a lot. I feel like a large portion of that was just rambling on both of our ends. But so Devin,
Yeah.
how do you feel about a possible movie review series where we
Dude.
review movies and
I
make it
would
into a series?
I would like so I would love that so much.
I would
unironically.
like.
But no, I think that would be such a fun idea. Like I think it's very clear and evident that like with the Goober boys, obviously we tread on a lot of elements of things that people have done, but we try to put our own spin on it and like
Yeah,
try to make it wholly unique to ourselves.
we're a variety channel. We're not just a Let's
Yeah.
Play channel.
Exactly. So I think that kind of diversifying ourselves and doing that stuff would be really fun. Like it's not like we're like, oh, we are the be all end all of critiques of movies. Like no, it's literally just we're watching a movie and having a great time. So,
Yeah, man.
but I would love that idea, John.
I feel like it'd be cool. What do you think? What do you think should be our first movie that we watch?
I think you may know what the movie I'm thinking is, but it's one you had spoken about.
On the first podcast, there's only one picture of this man in existence, and his name is Brendan Fraser in the fat suit for the whale. No,
I've
but
seen like 2 clips from that movie, like just on memes and all that. And I don't know, one of them was him like begging, like, have I done one thing right in my life? Like I don't know anything about it. I don't know the context because I haven't seen it. So
does it switch to him going like, I just want to know if there's one good thing I've done in my life, and then it just cuts off to him holding the blunt out in front of him. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's the one I saw earlier.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another one I saw where he was like looking up and there's like a very bright light. So like I said,
Yeah,
with this stuff,
yeah,
I
I
don't know
know
the
it. I
context
know.
behind any of it. So I'm very excited to see.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, it's. I know the one you're talking about too, man. Editor boy, make sure you put that meme specifically on the screen right now. Yeah, that's the one. Fucking holy shit, Devin. That
Oh.
I remember seeing the like you know one thing like in the movie theater. I was like, oh man, I was choking up because I was like, jeez, because
Yeah.
that movie really resonated with me.
Yeah. I don't know if
Um,
we mentioned it, but we are talking about the movie The Whale. I don't know if
yeah,
you've
yeah,
actually
yeah,
said.
the
Okay.
whale, yeah,
Yeah.
the whale. Um, and just re-watching that meme, I was like, oh, I remember this. And then just the immediate cut, him holding out the fucking joint, I
Hmm.
lost my mind. And I know that from now on, whenever I rewatch that movie, I'm gonna think of him holding out the blunt, and it'll completely take me out emotionally.
No.
Just, it's terrible. Oh
Oh, it's so
man.
funny.
But yeah, dude, we gotta watch that. And we can review it. And we can, it's not gonna be super serious, but it'll be. I mean, I'll give my true and honest opinions on it, and I'm sure Devin will. And then,
Yeah.
we'll give our
We may be
little
goober boys, but
goofs
a
and
lot of
gaffs.
times we have different opinions on stuff, so I think that allows for a fun dynamic.
We actually have a lot of different opinions. This
Yeah,
guy fucking pisses me off sometimes with his
I hate this
stupid
guy.
opinions.
I didn't
Like
even want it to be called the Goober Boys. I
Yeah, he
wanted it to be
didn't.
called the
He
Boys
didn't.
Goober.
Okay.
That
I
sounds horrible
literally,
now that I think about that.
I was trying to think in my head, like, what is something that we legitimately disagreed on? Like, on a
Well,
more
literally
serious note,
just a few
not
minutes
five
ago,
seconds ago,
traded on
not about the
buried.
zombies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, obviously, and like literally nothing came to mind. So I'm
Um,
sure
there's things I'm
when we
sure I
when
just
we
can't
have
think of it.
the Goober Boy debate on politics, when we have a political debate
Dude, we already
on
had the first
stream.
state of the Goober
Yeah.
address. We're gonna have
Yes.
another one at some point.
We'll even have Destiny on as a guest, and also Hassan Piker, and maybe like a few other right wing people like Sam Hyde or something. We'll have them
Yeah,
just.
and
It'll
on
just
my
be us two
side,
watching,
and on
like
my side, I'm gonna bring in my good friend Joe Biden,
Joe Biden himself.
Barack
Um,
Obama, some other people I
Barack
know.
Obama, Joe Biden, and I don't know, Bernie Sanders. You can have them all three of them on a panel. Like
Yeah,
but Bernie, obviously, that Joe Biden and Bernie are probably gonna bicker a lot because like they both
they're
ran
gonna
at the
be
same
like,
time.
"Ah, bah, bah, bah," and then he's gonna be like, "Ah, bah, bah, bah," and then he's gonna be
He'd be like, and he goes, and he goes, yeah, whatever.
I just say it, I've watched more minutes of Joe Biden playing Call of Duty
Me
Zombies in my
too.
life
Me
than I
too.
have actually like him talking in real life. So
I think I legitimately like the same exact thing. Like
like
I have
I've
seen,
watched so many of those presidents gaming videos.
yeah.
Like, so funny.
There's one specific TikTok account that comes to mind. It's like Kale something, and they
Mhm.
do the like the presidents playing Overwatch, but they also just like throw in Dragon Ball characters and Toy Story characters and shit. I think the first ones that they did was like Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush, right?
Yeah,
And then they just started doing like Goku and Vegeta and Deku, and then also fucking Steve Harvey all playing Overwatch, and
they
it's
had
just like,
Steve Harvey.
yeah, it's just so
Oh.
fucking crazy. It's such an odd like group of people that you just like, oh okay, I guess they are interacting. I guess this is like never ever would have expected Goku talking to like David Attenborough, but I guess he does. He did in this one universe. It's crazy.
So, anyways,
So, anyways,
um, I don't know. By the time this is out, it'll probably already be out. But Resident Evil 4 is coming out this Friday, and holy crap, I was a firm believer of like the game doesn't need a remake. Literally, masterpiece, 10 out of 10, best thing ever.
right.
But man, I played the demo, watched the trailers. Oh my god, I need it. I mean, it's so bad. It's so good. Like, I mean, like,
Whoa.
imagine, like, you have a cake and it's lathered with pure 24-karat gold, and you're like,
Right.
this is so heavy, it can't be better. And then, like, out of nowhere, Steve Harvey does like a dunk, like, just jumps midair, smashes a diamond in the middle of it, and you're like,
No way.
perfection.
Thanks,
Like,
Steve.
it is so good looking, and I can't wait to play it. Imagine it comes out and it's like the worst game ever, and I'm like, the first 10 minutes were great, but after that it went down. But no, it looks like it's
Oh
gonna be
my
so
god.
good.
I mean, shit, dude. You capitalized on the demo there. You
Dude, I
had a
totally
lot
milked
of
that,
lot of.
man.
It's cool though, dude. I mean, shit.
I was
Those
messing
were
around, you know.
interesting. I mean, some people didn't know about the fucking whatever you did.
Yeah, one of my like
Sorry, I can't. I remember the what
it
was it?
was
The
a
Mad
mad
Chainsaw.
chainsaw
Yeah,
mode.
yes, I do remember seeing that
Yeah,
one.
I even did an update thing, I think, where I found out a permanent way to unlock it.
Oh shit.
Well, actually, I found it online, but
Hmm.
I didn't try to ever be like, yes, I did it. Although
I
the Mad
found
Chainsaw,
this.
I did that. I found that. That was
Yeah, I
me.
know, cause you got a whole
Me.
shit ton of views, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? This is it?"
Yeah, man, it's
So yeah,
crazy.
dude,
I was like one of the first. I mean,
you
by the time
were.
it got like, uploaded, it got corrupted like twice, and maybe like
Oh
one or
man.
two other people like 10 minutes faster. But other
Yeah.
than that, it was me, my product, my.
That's awesome. Oh man. Yeah, no, that is really cool that you were one of the first people to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, I guess I'm a genius.
Yeah,
But
man.
what about you? Are there any games coming out that
Yeah,
like
I guess I'm a
interest you?
genius. Um. Oh
Like, I
man.
never really
Oh
asked you,
yeah,
so I'm
I
kind of
do.
curious.
There is a game that I'm excited for, and it kind of comes back to what we were talking about
Is it a
earlier.
Dragon Ball game?
Yes, it is a Dragon Ball game,
Really?
Devin.
Felt
It's
like that's
called
what it was.
Budokai Tenkaichi 4, not the mod, the
What?
real thing, man. They teased it, and it looks fucking awesome.
Yo.
It actually, they didn't show anything about it other than Goku standing in a field. So I
So,
don't know
like,
if it
what
looks
was to be
awesome.
expected, like, from anything? It's like,
No,
oh
man.
man, Bible 2 coming out, and it's Jesus standing in a field. It's like, okay,
I wonder what
what
that's
was I
about.
expecting?
No, so my only gripe, right, with the teaser is
Mhm.
that Goku looks like Goku, and he's like stylized. He looks like Goku. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the setting, I guess, the surrounding area is
Mhm.
like hyper detailed graphically, and it's just like imagine you're playing Jump Force, right? You remember that wonderful game
Yeah,
that's really
I
good
played a lot
and
of Jump
not bad?
Force. Agree.
Um, imagine like I don't know, just imagine like playing like an Unreal 5 game, which like
Yeah.
insanely good graphics, and then
Oh, I know what you mean. They're trying to
just
make it like
throw
really realistic.
yeah, and then just throw in like a Fortnite character in the middle of it
Uh,
and have him run around. It's just like
they actually just did that today.
they did.
They announced a trailer for like Fortnite Creator 2 or something like that, and it starts with like an Apache helicopter flying in, and then you see the fish guy from Fortnite like doing little flame signals with his hands, and then like he's like, "Meow," and you hear like an explosion behind him. Like it's literally
Hmm.
like photorealistic. Like I could send it to you.
Oh my god! How many times am I gonna have original, unoriginal ideas, Devin?
I'm sorry, man. Hey Devin,
I
you
remember what
remember
you were
that
saying.
time that you
I
found
remember.
$1 million? Like I remember that time.
I remember when you literally said like I gotta stop talking about when John is explaining something because I
I'm
always tell him how
sorry.
like no that's actually already been done. We're like oh yeah
I'm
like
sorry.
nah man it's it's fine. Anyway yeah I'm excited for Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
I just saw the trailer you're talking about, and it's the one
Do
where
you
he's
know what
like
I mean?
charging up and powering
Yeah
around.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
watching it right now, and like it's not even like he looks like in the classic game. Like you could tell like
yeah
the carpets match the drapes, whereas the characters like looked like they fit the setting around them.
right
So like I mean, what I'm saying with this is Goku looks so cartoon. Like it doesn't
yeah.
even look like he's 3D model. Like pure cartoon, but everything around him is like literally photorealistic. Like the grass has at least 300 polygons on
Like
it,
you
you
can
know?
see every blade of grass, but then it's just
Yeah.
like Goku. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really complaining. I'm
I mean,
sure
I'm sure it'll be
they'll.
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's shit. I mean, I'm fucking excited. It's a Dragon Ball game, man. I fucking love Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I just bought Xenoverse 2, and like
Ooh.
a few of the DLC, and I know everyone's like, "Oh, don't buy the DLC for Xenoverse, just avoid it. Like, you
I
shouldn't
don't even
buy
know
it."
what the game is,
Xenoverse.
so.
It's just a Dragon Ball game that's all about time travel.
Oh.
That's the best, most simple way I can put it.
Yeah.
And like I played an hour of it, and I just don't like it.
Aw.
Like the fighting is cool, but it's just the story hasn't really like hooked me yet.
Yeah.
And I didn't play the first one, so I don't know the story of the first one. But everyone talks about Xenoverse 2. I was like, I just gotta buy it while it's on sale. And now I'm just like, I don't know. This kind of sucks.
Yeah.
um, I'll probably I'll probably give it a try, but I don't want to go over 2 hours of playtime just in case.
Yeah, I
And
feel you.
I'm about like 60 something minutes in, so I've got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean we're hitting an hour now, Devin. So
Oh yeah.
we're around that. While we begin to close out this podcast, I do want to say a few things. Kind of rehashing a few things that we said earlier. We are going to try to stay consistent when it comes to uploading, especially with the podcast. We aim where I know I aim for a Friday upload, trying to do it every week. Um, Obviously, like I said earlier, our schedule's been a little bit odd because I've been very busy with moving and just kind of having a lot going on, so I haven't really been able to really focus on the Goober Boys. But now that I'm moved in and I'm comfortable and like everything's pretty much settled, I can actually start focusing on it. And well, yeah, like I do have a real job. You know what I mean? The Goober bucks don't really pay the bills. You know what I mean? Or really the lack of Goober bucks because we don't make money off of this. This is just for fun.
Yeah, it's
As
just
of
because we
now,
like
as of
it.
now, like, subscribe. Anyway, no, we're gonna try to stay consistent. Like, I will make a huge effort to really get on that, and yeah, expect to see some new videos, like more than just the podcast, in the future, because we have what I mean. Me and you, Devin. Me and Devin want to start two series. I think concurrently, right? Or like
Yeah,
at the same time.
semi concurrently.
Yeah, and Devin will take the reins of one, and I will take the reins of another, and we'll both like edit it. Like we'll edit our own series basically, so we
Yeah,
can have like consistent uploads, and also have it not just be the same series, so it doesn't ever get stale.
yeah,
How far in the future we're gonna do that? Preferably soon, but it's
yeah.
definitely not gonna be like next week. I still need to finish Papers, Please. I've really been uh, pushing that back in very very far back in my mind. But it will be done, and yeah, I mean, I feel like now, I guess as of the uploading this podcast, things will kind of shift up a gear. You know what I mean in terms of uploading and content and whatnot. In case I started to repeat myself, however many times I did, Devin, is there anything you want to say about any of
Yeah,
that?
just something I want to add on is like, no matter what, this is all just for fun type of
Yeah,
thing.
of
So,
course.
there will be days where like maybe we don't reach a deadline or something, but a lot of
Hmm.
times we'll kind of like announce that like, we have a Discord server and all that. Mostly I use it, I guess, for my channel, but it's also
Hmm.
like a semi hub. But sometimes we'll discuss that type of stuff in there. Like link to that in description, etc. If you want to join. But what I'm really trying to say is we do all this for fun and we do it because we really like are thankful. Like we've been hitting like 60 views like minimum on all of the new podcast episodes, which that is
It's fucking
wild to
awesome, dude.
me. I never in a million years would have expected that, like so early on too. Like numbers aren't everything, but like man, to all like 60 of you, or more like all 5 of you with your 12 alt accounts, I just want to really say from the bottom of my heart, like thank you so much. It
Yeah.
literally means the world. Like, just you
That's
watching, and
awesome.
even if you like and subscribe or whatever, like, it doesn't really matter. It's, or I just want to say thank you. And it's all because of you guys that, at least me, like, that's what really keeps me like passionate about it. Like that, and also like John here, like he's a real genius. Like, I know I joke around a lot, but like
Oh,
really
don't
you
say
are, no,
genius.
really are.
That's a bit
No,
much.
like I love your work ethic when it comes to this stuff, and like your ideas, like, the movie series idea, and like how even starting this to begin with was like all ideas that like you said to me, and then we went back and forth for a little bit, and then we made it. Like,
Yeah.
so I guess what I'm trying to say is like and subscribe.
Oh shit, that's I
But no,
literally
thank you.
I feel like at the end of the like there's gonna be a counter of how many times we've said that for throughout the whole video. I'm gonna
Oh man,
give myself a little extra work just for the joke, just for the
that's why this
principle of it.
episode is gonna be delayed. You're gonna see this like next month.
The amount of literally, I can imagine it. I can just see it right now on Friday. Devin, man, can I just upload this one on Monday, man? Please. Obviously, I'm not going to try to do that. I'll try to get it out on Friday, but then just imagining it. I just need
Oh,
to
man.
finish up the counter, man. There's like 200 more edits I need to do, man. But yeah, yeah, shit. I mean, I don't really know what else to say at this point. I feel like
I mean, I think to kind of like tie it all together, John, this kind of reminds me of the time the episode ended.